All right, Haley, here's your big moment.
I'm so excited. On the 86th floor. And then to give my eye extra dimension since we're going crazy tonight.
It will always be Christmas in my heart, but this year.
I've never seen fewer potato wedges in my life. Hello my friends, welcome to Vlogmas day 10. I look insane because I got my spray tan. Wow. I am so looking forward to this evening because, drum roll please, the Empire State Building has invited me to come do an all access tour with them. I am bringing my friends Franny, Alyssa, and Ankita. We are going up to the top of the Empire State Building. I'm not really sure everything that's entailed, but they said we get champagne in the green room. We get to walk the red carpet entrance. And I've never visited the Empire State Building, which is insane because I love the Empire State Building. And like anytime I see a view of it or see it anywhere, I get so excited and need to take a picture. It means so much to me. It's like the landmark of New York City. So I'm very excited for that this evening. I'm gonna finish up my next few coaching calls, get some miscellaneous work done, and then probably do a get ready with me so you guys can see how I do my makeup. You know that I'm behind on everything when I haven't even done my Nuuly order. You guys know that I freaking love my Nuuly every single time, the clothes that I'm renting. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that to have some cute outfits for next week. My slots have been open for like a week and I haven't done these.
All I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a.
Okay, you guys, let's do a get ready with me. I'll do a little makeup tutorial. Ever since I did a makeup tutorial last Vlogmas, I've definitely learned some new tips and tricks. And now that I have false lashes, I just do my makeup a little bit differently. So I promise you'll learn something new from this. As you guys know, tonight I am going to the Empire State Building for an all access tour. I'm so excited. So I'm definitely going for a very glam look tonight. Obviously, I need to look really hot for my hot day with the Empire State Building. So we're going all out. One quick note, I did get a spray tan today. So I still have some tanner on my face. I think that's totally fine personally with putting makeup on top. Just know that I look a little darker than usual. So let's get started with foundation. I love the MAKIAGE brand. They had this like ad online for a face match and I just like happened to do it one day when I was bored. And I fell into it, so kudos to them on their online marketing. The color that I use is 60. The name of the foundation product is called Woke Up Like This. And then it came with their cute foundation brush. It is the 100 foundation blending brush. Okay, I just had to turn on my bathroom mirror light so I can see fully because the sun is setting rapidly. There's a little more coverage needed today just because of my spray tan. Obviously, the order in which you do your makeup is completely personal preference. I always like to have my lips done while I'm doing my makeup. I have no idea why. This color that I'm using right now is Orchid and it is from Becca Cosmetics. It's like a natural purplish shade. I'm one of those people that can't just pull off any lipstick, and so when I find one I like, I buy it again and again and again. I'm going over that with MAC lip gloss in the color Frantic Romantic. Really like it. It's just a nice light pink sparkly tone. And then let's go ahead and move into concealer, which is actually one of my favorite parts because I think it's like the best contouring part. Time after time makes the most difference. Like if I ever am touching up my makeup, the one thing I bring with me is concealer for my under eyes. So this is also MAKIAGE. The shade that I'm using is 3.5 and it's, I never cuss, F. I'm flawless, but it doesn't just say F. So I just put it right under my eyes. I put it in between my eyebrows. And another little trick, I haven't done my eyebrows for you guys yet, but I just put it right underneath my eyebrows. And another thing you can do, I'm very light about this, but I put just a little above my eyebrows. I'm gonna put a little right here. These are just like the standard contour points. I always use two brushes when I'm doing concealer. This first one is a Sephora. It's actually a foundation brush. It's number 56. And I just use this for right under my eyes. Otherwise I'd be painting for years if I used my little brush, which I'll show you in a second. I like to bring it up around the bridge of the nose. And then I have this little brush. It's a pro concealer brush from Sephora, number 45. And I'll just go in where the concealer was and I'll blend it. And it's just the perfect little brush for the blending. It just gives more shape to my eyebrows. I also like to go right around my nostrils because there's a tendency for right there to get kind of red. As for my eyebrows, I'm going in with this clear brow gel from Anastasia. I just like to use the very smallest bit just to make sure they stay in place. I should say that I already did my eyebrows earlier. My brows are like the one thing I will never, ever, ever live without. I could wake up in the morning first thing and like not even be going anywhere and I would immediately take to doing my eyebrows. I use Anastasia, the best, in the color Soft Brown, and it's the brow definer. Okay, so let's continue on the face. I have this palette called Natural Face from Too Faced. I use this big bronzer brush. It's my favorite from Sephora. It's brush number 80. And this is what this palette looks like. So there are 3 different bronzer colors: Pink Sand, Tropic Like It's Hot, and Sunny Honey. I have no rhyme or reason to how I use these bronzers. If you look closely, it looks like I've used Sunny Honey the most, but that's not really intentional. Today I'll kind of take a little Pink Sand, a little Tropic Like It's Hot, and then I do my fishy face. Like to bring some around the chin. It's another little contouring thing. And then of course the forehead right above the eyebrows. Bring some nice color. Then for nose contouring, sometimes I'll just use, like I'll put my finger in and I'll just use a little powder and put it on the sides. But there's also this very handy dandy Nars Dark Chocolate. I guess it's like a contour thing. It's just like a liquid bronzer, and I'll just put the tiniest bit right along the bridge of my nose. Just like that, and you're gonna be so careful. Like the smallest bit or else everyone's gonna see. And then I just rub it in with my finger, which is probably not how you're supposed to do it, but I use my fingers for like so much with my makeup. Now it's time for the blush. Sometimes I like to use a cream blush. The cream from Fenty Beauty is really, really nice. I'll just show you a little bit. I always put it right here on like my upper cheekbone. I'm gonna put the tiniest bit because I'm actually gonna come in with this other. It's from the Natural Face palette. I just take a littler brush, so it's obviously smaller than the bronzer brush, and then it's called Pink Wink, and I just put it right up here. Just a little, very rosy pink. And then I go in with one of these highlighters, so Satin Sheets or Starlight, and then I put it right on top, and it's the most beautiful, dewy, bright, fun look. Moving on to the eyes. See, this is kind of quick. I do my makeup very quickly. I'm obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. It's one of my favorite makeup brands. This is the Pillow Talk. I don't know what to call this. A little pot of cream eyeshadow. So I just put some on my finger. I close my eyes. I put it over the lid. And then I don't obviously bring it up all the way into my eyebrow, but I bring it up. It's not just the lid. It's like a little more into the crease as well. Just a little color, it's a little shimmer. Because then I go ahead and go in with my Naked palette. I've used Urban Decay Cherry for so long. This is immensely embarrassing. There are literally like 3 shades left. I've had this, I can't even tell you how long I've had this palette. I really should get another one. I need to put that on my Christmas list. Or just order one from Sephora ASAP. Because of my brown eyes, I look really good with like purpley shades. So I'll go ahead and use the color Bing. It's one of my faves, my tried and true. And I close my eyes and just do the back and forth windshield wiper, for lack of a better terminology, right into the crease of my eyes, right over the Charlotte Tilbury cream. I might need to do a little blending with my pinky, my prime blending finger. And then the next color is Devilish. It's like a little bit darker. I put that on the other end of the brush. This brush came with the Naked palette. And then I'll just put it right underneath, right in my lower lash line. And I won't bring it in too far. I start right here, right? And then I don't bring it in all the way. I bring it a little past my lower lash line though. So right into here. And it's just getting very smoky as we go. Perf. Then I like to take a little bit of a darker color. So there's this color called Privacy. It's like a brownish. Very lightly take it and put it in this outer corner of my eye. It's kind of like a cat eye look. And then to give my eye extra dimension, since we're going crazy tonight, I love this stuff. It's called Cookie by Benefit. It's a highlighter, but I always use it in the inner corner of my eye. And then sometimes I like to bring it in this way, just very, very lightly, because then it blends in. The whole concept is to like bring it in so it's lighter here and then it fans out to a darker color on the outside. Next up, I've been a huge fan lately of making everything more glam by using this You Tricked Me eye pencil from MAC. It's like a sparkly purplish color. Again, I love the purples because of my brown eyes. And I put this one inside my waterline. It plays off of the eyeshadow that's beneath the lash line. A lot of people bring in their eyeliner like all the way into the corner of their eye. I don't do that. I just do it where the lashes are. I also love to do liquid liner on the top. I don't do anything dramatic, just to bring out like a little cat eye. So this is El Makiage once again. And then I literally just take it right here and then wing it out. Perfect. It looks good, but I don't like to go in all the way here. You could if you're doing a dramatic look to like start your liner in there, but I feel like it gets on my lashes and I'm always trying to preserve those, so that's what's going on there. Time for the lower lashes. I like to use just a little Charlotte Tilbury, a tiny mascara, just because you need like a tiny brush to access the lower lashes without smudging everything. The tiniest brush, it's all you need. If you don't have false lashes and you do use like a big brush for your top lashes, try like a mini version of your mascara for your lower lashes. It makes all the difference because look how small this is. So just start here and then you wiggle down. With that, I'm done with all of the main basics. I think now it's just a matter of touching up areas that look a little funky. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my outfit for the evening and then see from there if there's any other touch-ups I wanna do, if it calls for a more dramatic look. Okay, this is my fit. It is a dress that is cut out on the sides. I'll show you the full body view soon, but I'm just touching up my makeup. It just needs very few touch-ups. I definitely look tired today, which is kind of frustrating. When in doubt and when I'm tired, I just use a little more white right here. It really pops the whites of your eyes. It is obviously freezing outside, but this dress is so long, it almost works as like pants. And I'll be inside for most of it, and then maybe just do like a fur coat when I'm outside on the roof. Okay, this is the fit. So the dress is very long, which I love. I'm wearing these shoes. Just little heels. I'm gonna meet my friends for light bites, like a little appetizer dinner situation at the Liberty restaurant, which is literally right next to the Empire State Building. So then we'll just do a brief walk there, but I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm so excited I almost choked. I can't believe we're doing this tonight. It's just so fun, and I'm just excited that I can bring my friends and have them be a part of it with me. They're so supportive of me, and it's just really cool to be able to like take them to experiences like this and to be invited to experiences like this. Like, it's nothing without enjoying it with my friends, and at the same time, like, for them to be able to do an all-access tour of the Empire State Building and how much they just like completely love and support me, it just means the world. So okay guys, let's go.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You heard me. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit.
So I have my own makeup room.
Here's your big moment. Hey.
Empire State Building is our run on 100% wind energy now.
Wow.
I wanna
So elevator here is going to be traveling 1,400 feet per minute. It's a pretty fast elevator, but we have a special show to distract you from the elevator ride.
Oh, hang on.
On the 86th floor. Okay, we're on the 102nd floor. It's literally just us, our little group. Walked up to Alyssa and Franny who were checking out, and I thought Alyssa was like getting a fun gift for her boyfriend, and so I was like, what are you guys getting? And he was like, you mind your business, we'll mind ours. And I was like, oh my god. Oh, I love it. I'll always come to Manhattan. Please for inspiration. And it's the sketch from our green room. That's amazing. Oh. Okay, I'm home. My feet are killing me because I was in heels that whole time, but it was seriously one of the most amazing nights that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Franny did the most epic job of vlogging. I felt like I could be very present while she captured all the footage. Time, of course, for macaroons and musings. I have no idea where my tripod is, so I'm just gonna film this right here. Oh my gosh, I just ripped it more. Anyways, let's do this, honey. Day 10, double digits. Day 10. And we have a cute little gummy. Woohoo! Okay, for tonight's macaroon and musing, it's so crazy. As I'm starting to record this, I'm about to talk about my grandfather, who passed last year during Vlogmas, actually. And I just looked up, and my clock that goes rogue said 1222, and my granddad's birthday was January 22nd. So whenever I see like 122, I always think of him, and then 222 is an angel number of like partnership. And so a lot of times I see 1222, so of course I sit down to talk about it, and the clock says 1222. That's so crazy. So the Empire State Building is the most iconic building to me in the New York City skyline. I think a lot of people share that opinion. I always knew that it was built the same year that my grandfather was born. My mom would always remind me of that. So this year was its 90th birthday, and it would have been my grandfather's 90th birthday. He died just before his 90th birthday. My grandfather owned a construction company, and I was very, very, very close to him. I took his death very hard. In a lot of ways, I'm still grieving it. Sometimes it just hits me out of nowhere. It's so true that grief is like these waves. It's been a hard one. Because he owned a construction company, he owned a lot of bulldozers, right? Construction equipment. And so whenever I see bulldozers, I think of him. It's actually this crazy thing, like the night that he died, and go back to the very end of my Vlogmas last year, because I didn't finish in the sense of like doing one every single day, but I just like took miscellaneous clips. I was driving to see the Rockefeller tree. I was in the back of this Uber trying to just keep it together after a sob fest. I'm just trying to get out into the city because my friends Joel and Kiyomi were in town, and a bulldozer drove past the car. And I was like, that's so weird. I've never seen a bulldozer like driving out in the streets of New York City. Then the morning of my granddad's funeral, the front page of the newspaper was covered in bulldozers. We were like grabbing the newspaper in North Carolina to read his obituary. Bulldozers, just like this constant theme. Last night, I had this dream. I was in Belgium with my family. I guess because I was talking about like the Christmas markets that I loved in Brussels, so I kind of miss Belgium right now. And in the dream, my mom was crying, and I was like, why are you crying? And she pointed over this ledge. And so I walk over to this ledge, I'm like on the second floor, and I look down and I see a bulldozer. In the dream, I'm like, oh, a bulldozer like Granddad. And this is where things just get trippy. The bulldozer comes up to me, like it kind of like moves towards the ledge, and it's like a personified bulldozer. Imagine the movie Cars, the Pixar movie Cars, where like the cars are people, kind of. It was like that as a bulldozer, and it lifts up its little front like scooper, whatever you call it, and like moves it up like its arms to come in and hug me. And in the dream, I'm sobbing. And I've had a lot of dreams since my grandfather died that I'm like hugging him or I'm with him and I'm crying and I can't stop crying. I think it's like this really interesting way of like processing grief in the subconscious. The bulldozer was like talking to me and hugging me. It's just so interesting. And so I couldn't stop thinking about that dream today. And then I was remembering that tie to like the Empire State Building, because like the same year Isabel was the year he was born, and just how much of an impact like his legacy has had on me. His last name is Hoffman, and so I'm so proud that Hoffman is my middle name. So my mom's maiden name, she made it my middle name, so like the Haley Hoffman Smith and carry forth his name. And because he had such acute business acumen, I think acute and acumen mean the same thing. What? I'm very tired. Every single time I'm fully in my power when it comes to business in some sense, I feel like he's cheering me on. And every time I've ever gotten a reading, like Franny, psychic medium, or Anna, the other psychic that I go to, and they are communicating to him, you know, on the other side, which is just so empowering that we're able to do that. He's usually saying something about business. Like, you are born to do business. You're born to do business. And so I know that like content creation and like being an influencer or whatever you want to call it, like a lot of it feels so creative, but it also is very much a business. And I always feel like he comes through in the most strong way possible when I'm fully in alignment with my business power, and Vlogmas has been that for me. That musing, I don't even know if there's a lesson in there for you. I think it was just an interesting story. It was just something that I was thinking about. Just think about like the people who passed on, like your own grandparents, like great-grandparents, your ancestors. What do you think they'd be trying to communicate to you? If the veil is very thin and they're always trying to reach across and they're always trying to empower you and cloak you with love, like what do you think it is that they would be trying to say? Do you see parallels in your life as a form of communication? Because when we think about signs from the universe, like we have to think about like Fred, right? Or like your angel guides sending you signs, but like your angel guides are also the people who've passed on. And that just gives me a lot of faith and comfort. I'm definitely thinking about my granddad tonight. And it was just such a wonderful night with my dearest friends, exploring a building that I just have loved forever. It was kind of funny though to go up in the observatory deck and like see the whole skyline, and I always first look for the Empire State Building, and it was like, oh, I'm in the Empire State Building. Okay, good night my friends. I'll see you tomorrow for day 11. Not before an accountability check. Yep, I'm not going to bed until I get this done.